People online love to show screenshots of crazy numbers: $20,000 a month, six figures in profit, $1 million print on demand stores. And the idea always sounds perfect: sell products that don't exist until someone buys them. But here's a real question nobody answers honestly: can a normal person actually do this as a side hustle? So instead of just talking about it, I decided to test it myself. The challenge. I gave myself a simple but strict challenge. I had to start from $0. I couldn't use my real name. The store had to be live within 24 hours. No excuses, no overthinking. Timer starts now. How print on demand works. Quickly. If you're new to this, here's the simplest explanation. You create a design. You connect with a print company. When someone buys, they print and ship it. You keep the difference. No inventory, no packaging, no trips to the post office. If it works, it's close to passive income. If it fails, at least we learned something. Choosing a supplier. First thing I needed was a supplier that was beginner-friendly and didn't require upfront cost. After comparing a few platforms, I went with one that had worldwide fulfillment, simple design tools, easy store integration. Setup took about 10 minutes, no payment details needed. So far, so good. What should I sell? Print on demand has endless options. T-shirts, mugs, phone cases, posters. Instead of guessing, I did what most people ignore: research. I spent time scrolling TikTok and Etsy looking for the same product sold repeatedly by the same creator. That's usually a strong signal something is working. And one product kept popping up again and again. The product. Wall art. Motivational wall art. Here's why it made sense. Huge audience. Entrepreneurs, students, creators. Cheap to produce. Easy to price higher because it's emotional, not practical. People don't need it, they want it. And that usually means better margins. The design problem. Now here's the issue. I was on a 24-hour deadline, and I didn't have time to design everything myself. So instead of pretending to be a graphic designer, I outsourced. I ordered multiple designs from different freelancers and gave them one simple brief: create an original motivational quote, designed as framed wall art, clean, modern style. No revisions, no second chances. Risky? Absolutely. Building the store. While the designs were being made, I built the store. I chose Etsy because built-in traffic, low setup effort, no need to run ads immediately. The downside, you're competing with thousands of similar products. But for a fast experiment, it was perfect. Reviewing the designs. The next morning, the designs came in. Some were honestly forgettable. Some looked rushed. One or two actually surprised me. Not perfect, but good enough to test the market. So I uploaded all of them. Sometimes the design you like the least is the one that sells. Pricing strategy. I checked production costs, shipping, and platform fees. Most competitors were pricing low. I did the opposite. I priced higher than average, aiming for fewer sales, better profit per order. Risky? Yes, but I wanted real margins, not busy work. The results. After a few days, sales started trickling in. Some designs sold, some got zero attention. In total, 11 orders, just under $550 in revenue. After design costs, platform fees, and production, profit came out to just over $80. Not life-changing money, but remember, setup took less than 24 hours. No ads, no inventory. Designs are already done, which means everything from here is upside. Final thoughts. Is print on demand a get-rich-quick scheme? No. Is it realistic as a side hustle? Yes, if you treat it like a business, not a lottery ticket. With better designs, branding, and more time, this could scale. And if it fails, you lose very little. If you want a part 2 where I actually optimize this store and try to grow it properly, let me know in the comments. Subscribe if you're serious about building income online, and I'll see you in the next one.